All right, I'm glad to hear things are working now with the mic. Sorry about that, guys, but it is what it is. It's a tournament day. What do you expect? So, taking a look, everything looks like it's about right. Yep, okay. So let's take a look here. This is Big Race. Now, these games will be fast and furious. There's only 10-minute battles with a max of 2 minutes in between. So I might need to change my my commercial break timing a little bit here. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out together, guys. So this is BOWTO in the green. They've got a Mackinson. It's another Lutyens Mackinson with I don't like a secondary lineup without preventative maintenance, but whatever. And then we've got a Renown with Furious and Special AP, a Dunkirk with all the good stuffs. We've got a Synop, typical tank build, and then finally an Iowa. Yeah, you see that right there. There's a Tier 9 Iowa. And they are competing against WTFS with a Mackinson of their own, with Lutyens, but note using the buffed skills. I like seeing that. We've got a Dunkirk Black, a Synop with your typical tank build, a Renown, that's Paladin of Argyle, and then Spare 11 in an Iowa. Now, I don't see Sith Kitten playing, and I know that she's streaming, so I'm kind of confused about that, but we'll see what happens. All right, in the meantime, commercial break should be over now, so I should be able to see what's going on with all of you guys now. Thank you for reminding me or letting me know about the microphone. Like I said, Windows Update, basically, whenever Windows Update happens, it blows away something with OBS audio setup. It always does. And equality over on YouTube, hello. What am I doing? I am doing a tournament for World of Warships. This is a player-run tournament. It's considered a very accessible tournament because all the players participating in the tournament have to have below a 57, I believe, % win rate. So Vicey's already taking some big hits, going deep into the B cap there, as BOWTO has already managed to cap the B cap. Both teams choosing to bring an Iowa. We expect fun and excitement. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Now, like I said, these are the lowest ELO teams. What you're seeing at the beginning of the tournament today are the lowest ELO teams. Now, these are going to be best of 5 matches. Best of 5, if I remember right. And the idea here is they're trying to determine which team makes it to the playoff bracket. The playoff bracket begins after this finishes. Ooh, Vicey's showing broadside to Admiral Ernst Dunkirk. Yeah, you don't want to do that, bud. He does stop in time and reverse, so the Renown won't kill him with the torpedoes. But next salvo from the Dunkirk will probably end Vicey's life in this game. And called it. Now, WTFS does end up picking up the C cap on the strength of 2 caps to 0, or 2 ships to none in the C cap there. Oh yeah, Kitten is right there. I'm sorry. I'm just so busy trying to do so many things at once. It's you guys have no idea. When you're streaming a tournament like this, there's so much information out there. As a matter of fact, a very major streamer just said, "Nope, I'm not even going to put my brain power to it. I'm out. Bye." So, yeah. There's a lot involved in doing this tournament, guys. Oof. Sid's getting now...
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Getting wrecked by Admiral Ernst Dunkirk. Look at the damage that Ernst has done. Almost 55,000 damage so far this game. Although he is sitting broadside to Kitten's Mackinson. Is Kitten gonna punish this broadside? You gotta think she's looking to do so. She's got her guns looking right there. Here it comes. And she had HE in the barrels, look like? No, that's AP. Although it looks like they're all missing or something. That's kind of weird. I think she's trying to protect her sides too much, and as a result was only able to fire off her bow turrets. Plans are best of 3. Thank you, Hanlu. I missed last weekend due to traveling to New Zealand and being on vacation, so I'm a little late coming into this, but as you guys can see, it's battleships only. We'll talk a little bit about the lineups and stuff and things after this game concludes. We have 4 minutes maximum left in this game. We have some Iowa on Iowa action, but we've got Pally's Renown chilling over here. He's trying to go for a torpedo strike, but he's got to show a good amount of side in order to do it. Okay, now he's just going to game return. That's cool. And, whoa. Oh, 179, there he goes. I was thinking to myself, like, probably not a good idea to game return in front of an Iowa like that. And Pally goes down. Evers' man manages to dodge 3 of the 4 torpedoes fired from Pally, so that was a really bad decision on the part of WTFS there. Bad execution, but he does manage to get a flood on Evers' man, and that does allow Spare 11's Iowa to get the kill. So, WTFS does get a kill. This is not an official Wargaming blowout, at least. Kitten is DMing me something. Just kind of funny. Well, hi, Puddin'. Good morning.
I lost track of the time.
No worries. No worries. We're currently in game 1 right now, so you can hop in. It's BOWTO versus WTFS. Ooh, a Synop on Synop Ram. Who would have thunk it? 2 full tank build battleships can't kill each other except for ramming. Surprises. And we're going to see Admiral Ernst with the final disrespect with the ram on the Iowa to finish off the game and give us a triple death pick. Wow. Okay. We're going to have to be fast with this changeover. And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let's see. Where's my button? Where's my button? Here's my button. I'm going to go out of this. I need to go out of battle on vertical. And then I need to update my points. So BOWTO wins game 1. This is a best of 3. Okay, so yeah, just let them know you're co-casting with me. And I gotta close some windows. Hide that. I don't need snaz anymore. I can close snaz. I just need to do some overall cleanup. I have extra tabs open today because I don't have my multi-stream setup where, you know, I've got my HUD going where it combines YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Seabear, thank you for quality control checking both YouTube pages. Appreciate you, bud. IWAX, thank you very much for the sub just now. Bfall, 90 and all that with the bits. Thank you very much, as well as Turo with the gifted subs at the start. Outstanding. Okay, let me do this. I've got commercials set up. We're gonna set it up to run. Let's try a 60 and let's try a 90-second commercial break. That should be good enough. So I'm gonna see if this works, guys. It should be a minute and a half. That should work out well for us because the games are 10 minutes and we have a max 2 in between. And Snow Smurf, you copy the code into Wargaming Game Center or Wargaming what is it, .net?
I believe so.
Something like that. Okay, let's see. So both teams in that game ran lineup 8. Now I can show you guys here what lineup 8 looks like. I've got this fancy sheet here, which is a little on the confusing side because it's kind of big. But basically you can see that the teams have up to 35 different lineups to choose from. And this is the lineup that both teams chose to run in this particular game. I wonder if I zoom it out like this, if I can make everything else look okay. Now that looks terrible, and then, whatever.
All right, that should take you straight to the website to redeem a code.
Perfect! Okay. So this is the playoff bracket that we're looking at right now, the play-in games. So the whole idea here is to make your way into the playoffs bracket. You can see that the top seeded teams are already chilling in the playoffs bracket. Just waiting to see who the lower seeded teams will be, and that's what we're looking at in these games right now. I'll go back to the play-in games section here. You can follow all of this stuff by going... Oops. You can follow all of this stuff by going to the Clash of the Classes rule set. There's the link right there. !COTC gets you that information. So teams have the ability to change lineups, I believe, after the first game. If they're not happy with that, they can absolutely do so. Glacial, thank you very much for your Twitch Prime sub. Morkbark, hello, and who else do we have here hanging out with us? Turo with the sub as well. Thank you very much for that, Turo. Oh, and Beefall also uses Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much for that. All right.
Are we ready?
Just about. I asked him for 1 minute, just to make sure that the commercial break runs through and we can kind of get the timing all situated, you know. So anyways, there's different lineups. The teams were told to announce the lineup that they are playing in all chat at the start of a battle, which is great for the teams, but terrible for us casters because spectators do not get access to the in-game chat. So, they set something up where they, are going to DM, me their lineup, which... Honestly, I don't know if that really helps us at all. So, I think we'll just forget about that. I don't know. Well, we're about ready to start game 2. Say something if you don't mind, Plin.
No, I won't say
good.
anything.
I wanted to make sure that you were all set and working out okay.
God. Polar. We need this map in clan battles.
Oh, we definitely need Polar and clan battles. Let's go to our game. All right, game 2 in our best of 3 of BOWTO versus WTFS. And this is Polar. So BOWTO bringing, looks like the same lineup. We got the Dunkirk, probably the MVP of the last battle. Then we've got the Mackinson, Sinop, Renown, and the Iowa. Tell us about the red team, Puddin.
Let's see, we've got an Iowa, kitten and a Mackinson built for, you know, secondary stuff. Renown that wants to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, a Sinop. Typical build. Why are you running torpedo protection? There's no DDs. And the Dunkirk.
Uh-huh.
Basic builds for battleships minus... I'm sure this is his random battle build. Like, what? I mean, why else do you bring Vigilance?
I mean, some people really, really, really hate torpedoes, and there are some torpedoes on these battleships. Some.
Right. By that chance, it's too late. Right?
Yep,
You're just gonna ram... You're just gonna take your Sinop and ram something else. You don't need Vigilance. You can see the other battleship with its final torpedo coming at you.
Now, all of these players do have access to press accounts, provided by Wargaming. Thank you, Wargaming. Which allows them to spec the ships however they want. So they don't necessarily... You mentioned random battles earlier. They can spec it for a random battles build, but, you know, they're not bringing their own personal captains like when we saw the War Faction Tournament, for example, right?
So these are all press accounts.
Correct. With 21-point captains, all the unique captains, all the ships that, you know, involved in the tournament, etc., etc., etc. So it's nice seeing everybody taking all flags, you know.
What? Flags are overrated. Next thing you're gonna tell me is camping is important.
Now, this is a small map. It's one of my favorites, actually. I love the skybox on it and everything else. But because it's a small map, a lot of players find themselves showing broadside very early in the match and then suffering for it. We'll see if that happens again in this game, as Spare 11's Iowa is trying to make nice to an island here.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The map is so small, you're broadside to somebody. You just pray they can't punish you.
That's right. That's right. Now, WTFS looks like they are collapsing on A and B, but in the process of doing so, they're going to allow the Iowa basically free reign on the flank over at C. I don't agree with that decision, Puddin. What do you think?
I mean, there is a setup to potentially stop the Iowa that is just punishing your Dunkirk,
Yeah.
right? Like, and he's
That
still
was-
shooting for free from dark. Like,
That was
not
a
the
30...
best.
33,000 damage salvo from the Iowa. So, go back to what I had just said about giving the Iowa your side. Like, why you do this?
I don't think Dust Devil is prepared to just get blasted in his broadside because the Iowa, I believe, has been unspotted for how long?
Mm-hmm.
And there goes the broadside shots.
Oh,
Yep.
Bye, Dusty.
Call that one.
I think that's a good clip moment right there. Oof.
Backed up just a wee bit too far. And
All right, but Renown goes down. Iowa has to basically sell the farm to do it, showing broadside to everything.
there could be more Iowa and Iowa action. One's broadside to the other one.
Yeah.
Starting to angle a little bit.
Although in this case, that Iowa is detected, so Spare 11 knows it's coming. Only takes 10k. Only.
Well, I mean, he got shot. Like,
The
Spare's
beatings
in a
will
really,
continue
really
until morale
bad
improves.
spot. I don't think morale is going to ever increase because the beatings are just getting very severe at this point.
So if you're Sith Kitten, you're streaming the tournament from your perspective. If these two games are done and you're out of the tournament, now what? Do you go to stream like regular battles or like, you know what I mean, like the other teams or?
Wait, did somebody say nap time?
I thought you just woke up from nap time.
No, I've been up for a while.
I
I've
like
been up since
Pally's...
5 o'clock this morning.
Nice. I like Pally's use of the of splitting the island with the torpedoes there. One of them hitting the Dunkirk. That was good. Oh, Ern's getting a full broadside on the Iowa there. That feels bad. And it's just Sith Kitten and Pally left.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the green team's in a really good spot.
Ooh! What's a slap? Oh, the Synop. Getting showing a little bit too much side to that Synop, but then she's gonna turn and show a good amount of side to, I don't know, something else. Yeah, the Iowa.
Well, I mean, nice job blocking your teammate.
And now Pally's gonna die with his tip embedded in Kitten's side.
Well, at least they can share life rafts.
There's the horn of winning. Oh my goodness. And winner goes to BOWTO. So let's do this. I'm gonna put the winner screen up
Ugh.
and get the out of battle screen going here. And Guys, I don't know what comes next.
You don't know what comes next. There's not a game 3 somewhere?
I don't know. So bear with us while we figure out what comes up next, all right? It's best of 3, right? All right, so my understanding is that means WTFS is going to be out. Let's pop up the play-in games section here. So that means that BOWTO should advance and play against DP, MB, or MB Sol. Let's see if I refresh this. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go there. Okay, it's not been updated with scores. There's also the schedule of madness. Okay, so game 1 winner, game 2 winner hasn't been posted just yet. I guess I could help them by doing it. Let's see, BOWTO. There we go. Meanwhile, Clyde is covering AM and PBGSS. Nobody's doing... Oh, this one is in progress, game 2. Okay. So, Puddin', do me a favor. Go find OGF and AO War. And I'm going to go find NGA and AOD. Hopefully one of those two goes to a game 3. And in the meantime, guys, I'm going to do a commercial break just while we figure this stuff out. NGA, AOD.
OGF and AO War?
Yeah. Let me know if they're in game or not.
They're in game.
Okay. I'm asking. I just found a game, NGA and AOD. It looks like they finished game 2 and are going to game 3 now. So stay tuned. Sit tight for this. Got to mark down that this was 2
NGA,
games.
best of 3. AOD.
Yeah. NGA AOD is what we're going to bring you guys next. It's tied 1-1. 1-1. Bam. Update. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we can take a look at the ELO ratings here. Let's get zoomed back and so you guys can actually read this too. AOD ranked 37th with a ELO of 1404. And NGA is ranked 28th with an ELO rating of 1467. Now, for those of you guys unfamiliar with the ELO system, everybody starts with 1,500 points at the beginning of tournament. After your battles on day 1 and your battles on day 2, as you win, your ELO rating increases, and as you lose, your ELO rating decreases. So the top 27, I believe it is, I don't remember the exact number, 24, whatever. Those teams are automatically in the playoffs, which start after the play-in games, which we're bringing you now. The bottom teams here are all attempting to make it. WTFS being knocked out of the tournament. You saw that here a few moments ago. Okay, commercial break is running good. Now, I do have Equinox. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, man. We have special codes. We're supposed to have special codes. All right. Thank you, Puddin'. Yeah, we should be okay with commercial break. It's about a minute to go until that. With a 2-minute delay, we should be fine. Okay. Whew. Everybody relax. Calm.
Yeah. I went up too early.
Now, as a reminder, if you go to the Clash of Classes rule set, you can see the list of all the different lineups available for the teams to choose from. Later on, I believe in the tournament, lineups can be banned and all that good stuff. So right now, teams are just figuring this shit out. This stuff out, just like we are. All right, let's go.
Well, at least I know we can all swear.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Game 3 of NGA versus AOD. Whoever wins this advances to the next level of the bracket, the play-in bracket. The team that loses is out of the tournament, Dunzo. All right, so let's take a look. NGA's got a Sinup, a Dunkirk, a Mackinson. It's not secondary build. Wow, he's running the other guy, Von Broik or whatever. Renown and an Iowa. So that's the same lineup that we saw played earlier today. But what about the South?
Well, we have a Monarch. We have a Massachusetts. We have a Koenig, a Matsu, and an October Revolution. Everybody's pretty much built how you would expect them to be. Monarch is running, I like the burn with, what is that, heavy APHE shells.
Mm-hmm.
I guess would be the only outlier on a typical battleship build.
Yeah, it's a neat idea.
For whatever reason is running secondaries. You do know you're like a tier 6, right?
Koenig's a tier 5.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a little bit too close if those things are going off. Better pray to God it's not the Sinop or Iowa. It's gonna hurt.
So this is NGA versus AOD. Now, I had mentioned that there's a limit of 57. I believe it's 57% win rate. It's in the rules. Go read them. They made it so that the lowest, or the higher percent players, like the 55 to 57% win rate players, are forced to play the lower tier ships. They can only play tier 6 or 5. That's kind of cool.
Right. What does that mean? I have to play the tier 4?
You get to play the tier 2 Mikasa.
Oh, God. All right. I'm just going to stay banned from the tournament because my win rate.
Actually, wouldn't that be kind of funny if you were a super unicum, could only play, like, your tier 5 automatically drops to the tier 2 Mikasa or something? Just think of the craziness of that.
Well, I mean, I would just bring the Arc Beta and laugh.
Well, yeah,
Well,
Arc Beta would.
Well, I get punished by everybody, like this Massachusetts is.
Yeah, showing a bit of side there to the Iowa. That is Fa Q Gaming, who is a viewer on my channel. I've seen him from time to time. But he'll be okay. He'll be okay. It'll buff out. He just wants to get in range of his secondaries. He wants to live the dream of watching his secondaries fire off on each side of him.
Well, I mean, he's failing at the dream right now because only one side's going off.
Yeah, and he's also failing to not show broadside to the Iowa. So,
Well,
ouch.
I mean, show side to Iowa or show side to everything else. That's your option right now.
Well, a better option would be just to start reversing so that you end up showing less broadside to everything.
But then you can't get the dream off.
That's true, that's true. So he's going to live the dream by advancing farther so he can die quicker. But look, there's the dream right there. Secondaries now pew-pewing everywhere. And he dead.
And the dream is dead.
There was a dream that was Massachusetts pudding. You'd only but touch it. And it would disappear.
Well, I mean, ironically, due to the sacrifice of the Massachusetts, the October and Mitsu should be able to cap seed. The Renown is probably going to be punished, while the Monarch is forcing them forward into everybody.
I like the idea here of AGK 47 and his Koenig using AP shells on an Iowa. Even broadside, I don't think it's gonna do much.
Well, it
You're
still
much better
hurts.
setting fires with HE. Iowa took 5,800 damage from that Mackinson salvo.
Well, we finally got a cap. Thank God for an October and a Matsu capping build.
Now you got the renowned Jedi Master Draco with full engine boost going, showing side to the Koenig, and the Koenig this time actually, because it's a 1-tier difference, penetrates with his AP. And look, his secondaries are getting involved. Hey, he's living the dream too. Let him live the dream.
Yeah, but those torpedoes aren't going to hit.
In 5 minutes.
Probably not.
Well, my mistake. The island ate one, so the island was hungry.
8-2 actually looks like, yeah.
Oh, I thought there was only 3. Ah, who knows? Oh, HE into the Monarch.
Yeah, that worked real well, didn't it?
Wow, I mean, I think the shells hit the torpedo protection that everybody loves so much.
Gotta protect yourself from those torpedoes.
Well, all that excitement was going on. The October Revolution is finding out Iowa hurts.
Honestly, if I'm the Octorev, I would have gone for a ram there. I don't know why he didn't do that.
Well-
Why wouldn't you want to just ram a tier 9 battleship with your tier 5, you know?
Originally, you said ram, so technically he did ram. The problem was he rammed,
You ran the
island.
island, yeah. And now you got the Mutsu living the best life, trying to get both sides of his torpedoes out when he's probably better off just focusing on not dying to the Iowa, because he's showing
Well-
broadside to everything.
I guess the Mutsu also found out Iowa hurts.
Bye-bye. Mutsu's got those
Iowa
7-kilometer single-fire torps that reload real fast.
But Iowa did the unthinkable and burnt something down with its AP shells. Friction fires are a thing. And now the Koenig is going, Synap, I don't care if you're Russian. I'm German. Shoot my broadside.
That's right, here it comes. Ooh.
And he did. And that hurt.
Yeah. But see, Koenig has to show full broadside because he's got to get that middle turret off, right? You got to get all your guns to bear pudding.
Right.
That's the low
So-
tier way. That's the low tier way.
I think the strategy right now is sacrifice the Koenig so the Monarch can kill everything. I don't think that's the best strategy, but it is a strategy. Oh, we're going bow in now. Much better. Didn't hurt as badly. Well, I mean, we are, you know, like this is going to come down to who caps who first. But we got the good old Synap doing the Russian battleship things of reversing and laughing while everybody shoots at him. Ironically, everybody is just 2 ships.
I mean, you got 2 reds on. You know, this isn't going to be a race for caps. This is just going to be how quickly can we kill the last 2 ships. 2 minutes left in the game, so
Monarch did the wise thing and shot AP at the belt armor of the Synap. That didn't work out as planned.
nope.
Dunkirk
that's
is doing
okay.
the French thing, staying out of the battle completely.
And we have 2 dead ships. Monarch
Well,
is all that's left now.
Monarch is living the dream of, you know, showing everybody the British Navy is still the most superior Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well,
Well, who do you go broadside to, the Mackensen or the Iowa?
right. Meanwhile, I was just told that in 2 minutes they're going to launch the winner's bracket round 1, which is really confusing to me because don't you have to finish this to have your winner's bracket set up? I'm a little confused.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're predicting NGA is going to win.
Well, right, but if you look at the play-in
Oh,
page,
my lord.
it's a bracket. I don't know. And Iowa shoves his tip, and the game is over. All right, so that means that NGA will win this best of 3. And I got to figure out what the heck is going on now. Let's go to the winner screen. And see if we can't figure out what comes next.